Welcome back everyone, my name is Echo. I hope you're having a great day. It is time for a brand new episode for the Q&A series. Another vlog style introduction. You guys seem to enjoy these. Actually, before I record today's episode, I'm currently installing Fortnite for Nintendo Switch. Really curious behind this one. So we have a bunch of questions. They're right there. They're the questions that I'm going to be answering today. So let's get into the Q&A video. Welcome your faces to the brand new Q&A episode. I just want to start this off by letting you all know that unfortunately in this episode we don't have any fresh new information for Minecraft. No updates, no sneak peeks, no previews at all. Over the past couple of months I've been filling these episodes with jam-packed information about Minecraft updates, sneak peeks, changes and much more. It seems like the Minecraft team have been a little bit quiet. This might be due to the fact that Microsoft were at E3. But anyway, guys, I wanted to let you all know. Nonetheless, you guys still jam-packed the comment section with questions for me to answer. Now, if you're new to my channel and you're new to this series, this is where I take the time to answer your questions about absolutely everything Minecraft. Updates, changes, future updates, future changes, anything at all. If you guys have any more questions, leave them down below in the comment section and hopefully I'll be answering your question in a video. So let's start off with the poll above me from last week. Always answer the poll. I asked you guys saying, do you want new villager professions? 96% said yes. 3% said no. The other percent, I don't know where that is. Anyway, guys, the villager professions is kind of like what they do and how they work. For example, villagers such as the farmer will plant seeds, pick up crops, and throw bread at people. All the rest of the villagers really don't do anything. So, like you, I agree, villager professions need to be introduced. And the good thing is, it looks like Jeb is going to be taking another look at these in the near future. So, getting into the first question, I actually commented this myself, saying, what changes do villagers need? Now, Santiago did reply with something brilliant, saying, ECKOSOLDIER, they need more abilities. Like blacksmiths can cook iron, he means smelt iron, butchers can hunt animals, and librarians clean their libraries. Or new types of villagers. I really like that the green villager, the nitwit, came in as an official mob. And maybe the blue villager that came in a poster could be introduced. I just hope that these features can keep hype, not like polar bears, parrots, and llamas, where they lost hype 2 weeks after their introduction. I love this. I fully agree with it. Villagers need to do their own thing. The fisherman needs to be fishing. The butcher needs to be doing something butcher related. The blacksmith could be using an anvil, could be smelting things. I fully agree with that. Now, the nitwit was classed as the unemployed Minecraft villager. I like that. It just means that he doesn't do anything, but kind of he's bored around the village. As for the blue villager that you said that came from the poster, not too sure what you're on about there. However, guys, I do agree that the fact that polar bears, llamas, and parrots and stuff like that, after 2 weeks, they lost their hype, they become boring, you really don't like them. I go past a bowler bear? A bowler bear. I go past a bowler bear. I go past a polar bear, a parrot, or a llama, and I'm like, oh look, a llama, and then I'm done with it. You know what I mean? I'm not excited about it. But I think Mojang are also learning themselves. People want to see features that are really interesting for a very long time. The update Aquatic, the swimming animation, it's always going to be fantastic. The fact that we have tons of different fish. Every time you go into the ocean, you're going to see a different kind of fish because there's 3,000 something combinations. So I think Mojang and Minecraft are definitely learning from past updates on specific features, but I definitely agree with you. The next one coming from the specimen says, I was thinking there should be a villager guard or more in each village. For example, if you hit any kind of villager, all the villager guards in the village will attack you, kind of like zombie pigmen, and the innocents will run into their homes. It would also be useful to prevent the zombies from killing all the villagers. Now, I like the fact that we could have a possible village guard, but I was actually thinking, sometimes we kill villagers, right? For example, you have two villagers, you're after a librarian, you get a cartographer, you kill the cartographer, then you try and get another librarian. I would like to see the introduction of where you hit a villager or kill a villager all the rest of the villagers within that village won't trade with you for a specific time. It's kind of like them mourning the death of another villager. After all, they're NPCs, they're non-player characters. So I think that would be a fun idea. Let's just say like, nope, nope, no trading. Maybe you had a mending villager and you killed another villager by mistake. He'd be like, nope, no trading. Or maybe if it was a good trade, it could switch. So I kind of like the idea of the villager guard, but I feel like being attacked by villagers would be a little bit strange, since they've always been kind of like this friendly mob within Minecraft. But great comment nonetheless. The next one we says, I want villagers that give you quests to complete, and you get rewards for their missions. For example, get some resources, and then you can get some stuff. I like this. This is the way that I would like to see village trading and villagers work. I really don't want them to mess around with the current villagers too much, but I would really like them to introduce some new villagers that do different things. Maybe like a woodworker. He can be like, yo, I need wood. Go and get me dark oak. Go and get me spruce. Go and get me birch, jungle, etc. And you can bring them back and he will offer you better trades. I like that. That gives me, the player, all of us as a player, the incentive to go and do something different. If you're ever bored in Minecraft and you're looking for something different to do, you could find a new village and they can kind of give you something to do. Here's a better explanation behind it. When we all first played Minecraft, whether you played on Xbox, whether you played on PC, whether you played a different version, we always tried to get the achievements. If you play on PC, you probably tried to get the what are they called? They're kind of like achievements, but you know exactly what I'm talking about. We always try and do the in-game things first. The disappointing thing is, though, once you have all the achievements on Minecraft Console Edition, there's no new achievements. Granted that they did introduce new achievements as time went by, but we always want things to complete. Although Minecraft is this free open game, which is all down to your imagination, it's always good to do things that the game has to offer. For example, 4J introduced the tutorial world or the master pack worlds where you had to go and find the music discs. It's something different to do. But I love that comment. Thank you very much, Lipads. I appreciate it. The next comment coming from ZerbBot. What I want to see: desert updates, better and bigger generated structures, and natural disasters like volcano eruptions, flooding, and yes, tornadoes. Now this had 20 thumbs up. And after reading the comments that people were replying to it, a lot of people like this. We have talked about this subject before. I feel like natural disasters like volcano eruptions, floods, and tornadoes could be in the game, but I feel like they should be an alternative game mode. The way we have hardcore, the way we have, what is the other one? Natural regeneration off, like ultra hardcore and stuff like that. We have amplified, which is a different game type. We have the new buffet world type as well. So I would love for it to be like a world option. Don't think volcano eruptions, floods, or tornadoes should be in default Minecraft though. It would ruin too many builds. People would get way too annoyed. As for a desert update, a lot of people in the comment section are actually telling me that they would like to see a desert update. Now to me, I feel like the desert is the biggest biome in Minecraft. Definitely was the biggest on Console Edition, definitely the biggest on the Bedrock version. Don't know if it is on PC version, but it definitely is one of the biggest biomes. Now deserts, I could see some changes. We do only have villages and temples, the desert temples. What else could they introduce to a desert that isn't too over the top? Some basic changes that would make that biome a little bit more exciting. To be honest with you guys, there's probably a lot of changes to all the biomes in Minecraft that could be needed. Every single biome has a minor change. Like I've said in the past, the Mesa biome was the only biome that was slightly changed when it had the introduction of gold at really high levels. So yeah, great question. Thank you very much. The next one says, how about they make the Nether and the End update? Maybe adding a few ore and adding more buildings and mobs so the Nether and the End can be more exciting. This is the most requested one. I don't think the End needs to be changed. That was changed not long ago. We have like the rebirth of the Ender Dragon, we have the Ender Acid and all that stuff, we have the End portals, so we can go to the End cities. There is a lot going on with the End. I don't think the End needs to change at all. But the more I'm thinking about it and the more you guys are commenting it, I do agree that the Nether needs to change. I can't remember the last time the Nether fully changed. Yes, we had the introduction of a couple of blocks, like magma blocks and stuff like that. Not fantastic. Minor changes. So I definitely feel like another update could be something that might fit into Minecraft, but my question to all of you guys is, what could they introduce? I do remember, though, during Minecon Earth, Jeb didn't want the Phantom. Jeb didn't want this flying mob. Jeb either wanted the squid-looking thing, or he wanted the Blaze King. And the more I think about it, and the more time goes on, I think the Blaze King would have been the better mob for the update Aquatic. It would have made the Nether a little bit more exciting. So maybe they'll go back and revisit that mob. Who knows? But yeah, the Nether, it does need to change. The next one from GamerLife, Echo Q&A for the next video. Why has Bedrock got no free trials for maps? How will mods work on Xbox One? When is the Super Duper Graphics Pack coming? Let's start from number 3. Super Duper Graphics Pack, don't expect it until late 2019. They are literally rewriting the whole coding. That's just the way it is. Sad, disappointed, yes. Super Duper Graphics Pack not coming till 2019. How will mods work on Xbox One? This is sad to say, but when we get the new API modding for the Bedrock version, which is Xbox, iOS, Windows 10, etc., Switch, there is going to be payable, purchasable mods on the marketplace. Now, Xbox players are slightly missing out because if we want to enjoy add-ons, if we want to enjoy downloadable content, we have to purchase it from the marketplace. They still have not figured a direct way for Xbox players and probably Switch players to get modifications successfully working. That, I couldn't tell you. They want to try and do it with the USB, but apparently they have a bunch of complications. I don't really know what they're doing. I couldn't tell you guys. As for why doesn't Bedrock have free trials on maps, do they not have free trials for Masher Pack Worlds and Skin Packs and stuff like that now? I think they do. I don't think they're ever going to introduce free trials for the marketplace partner content. That's because that content goes through a lot of certification testing, so a lot of people test it. So I don't think free trials for maps like that will ever work, but they should be available for texture packs, Masher Packs, and Skin Packs. At least I think they are anyway. Anyway, great question. Hopefully I answered it for you. The next one from Five Nights at Freddy's Gamer Q&A. Do you think more bosses will be added? This also had 25 thumbs up. You guys are really curious about my opinion on this. Personally, I think there could definitely be room for another boss. Personally, I think the oceans could do with a boss mob. Now you guys are going to say, Echo, they have guardians. But think about it, guys. The Elder Guardian is trapped inside the temple. I think the Elder Guardian should be roaming free. If not, they should introduce a dedicated fish-type boss mob for the ocean, okay? I don't think they're ever going to introduce a mob like the Ender Dragon or the Wither boss. I just don't think they're going to do it, unfortunately. I would love for it to be a thing, but at the back of my mind, I just don't think, it's kind of horrible to say, but I don't think Mojang, Microsoft, and the game itself care about the survival players enough to introduce such a great feature. The Ender Dragon and the Wither boss would have taken so many man hours to create, and I just don't think that I don't think they'll ever do it. That's just my opinion. I could be wrong. I'm guessing time will tell. The next question from I Love Texas says Q&A. If there is a cave update, do you think they will add a cave boss? And if not, do you think it would be good to add an ore that will help you in caves? Kind of like the heart of the sea helping you in the ocean. I don't think they'll ever introduce a cave boss. I feel like if there is going to be a cave update, it's going to be to try and make the caves a little bit more dynamic. The best way for me to explain is that in the overworld, on land, you have different biomes. Every biome is dynamic. It's different. Every single cave, however, is exactly the same. Whether you're in a different biome, they're exactly the same unless you go to the likes of Extreme Hills, which sometimes have emeralds, or you go to a mesa biome which has gold at specific levels. They're not really dynamic changes. Dynamic changes is where each cave system is completely different. I feel like mining in Minecraft at this moment, every cave is kind of like the same. So if they're going to introduce a cave update, they need to make every single biome related different. Kind of like the way the biomes generally are. And as for a new ore, who knows? If a cave update is going to be introduced, I think a new ore could possibly sneak its way in. I don't know what they'd introduce. I don't think it would be like copper or silver or anything like that. I feel like it would be another made up thing that Mojang would like to make, the way we've got redstone and stuff like that. But yeah, I feel like a new ore could sneak into the cave update. The next question from Just a Shadow. I've been told that the new update, which is the Aquatic update, will be the last update for Xbox 360. The Aquatic update is coming to Xbox 360, right? Yes, sad news but happy news at the same time, I guess. The Aquatic update is the last ever update for Minecraft, Xbox 360, PlayStation 3, Wii U, and PS Vita. Alright, PS4 is getting the Aquatic update, but PS4 will be the only console version that will be updated past the Aquatic update. So yes, unfortunately, it's going to be the last ever update for so many consoles, which is so sad because it was just such a great game, you know? But yes, the Aquatic update is 100% coming to Xbox 360. You guys are going to say, when's it releasing? More than likely, I reckon August, September time. Does take a little bit longer to release on the consoles. And the next question we have here from Logan says, Q&A, what about the ability to place item frames on the floor and ceiling, like in Java? This is actually asked quite a lot of times. Now, this hasn't made it to Bedrock yet. I think this is all just down to timing, because obviously the Aquatic update was in line with the Java version. We're still missing a couple of features from the PC version that will eventually make it into the Java version. There'll be minor updates. For example, guys, I can name a couple of things off my head. We're missing I think it's bark blocks. I think they're still missing. We're missing exactly what you said there, item frames on the floor. We're missing the phantoms. We're missing the waypoints on banners with maps. Apparently those features will be introduced. It's just a matter of time, guys. It's just a massive waiting process, which absolutely sucks. The last question I have today is also a question to all of you guys. This question says, Q&A, would you rather get a new good cave update or rather let them fix all the bugs? If you had to pick between one of these, what would you rather have? Now, my heart says cave update, but my head says bugs. Fortunate enough for us, they have developers that work on bug fixes and developers that work on future updates. So it's kind of a balance. Both of them are kind of being done at the same time. So hopefully I have answered all your questions to the best of my ability. Sorry that we don't have any news in the community. I guess, guys, the updated Aquatic is going to be releasing fully very soon. And then guess what? We're going to be looking forward to the next major update, which will more than likely release around about Christmas time. Have a great day. Stay beautiful. And I'll catch you next time. Bye.